Some pretty interesting news was just released. If you guys have not seen, we got Amazon popping off during extended hours, during overnight hours exactly. If you actually look at the way Amazon traded today, it was relatively pretty flat. It was very similar to the NASDAQ market, a lot of consolidation. We talked about it in today's earlier videos. A lot of people just appreciated the very simple sense of direction that we give beginners. If direction is unclear, when in doubt, stay cash, right? Especially during an uncertain time and during a time where a lot of economic reports are being released. It's not a very crucial time that you want to be leveraged, right? We don't know if the market's going to begin to recover. We don't know if the market's going to continue to sell off. Today there was a lot of choppiness, which for some scalpers, for some day traders, this is like ideal conditions. But for other people, they don't like this, right? And it makes sense. A lot of consolidation right now. Markets did pull back a bit, but are they oversold enough to now begin to recover? We'll begin to see. Tomorrow, we don't have too many reports being released that I believe can impact the market. But that is because on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, Thursday, 1 hour before the market opens, we have the CPI data report. That is the inflation report. And then on Friday, we have the PCE report. So I was thinking about going live for the CPI data report. You guys let me know down in the comment section if you think that I should. But what was released today during the after or overnight trading session that made Amazon pop off at one point over 2% on the day? It was an idea of, or Justin, Openai is reportedly in talks to raise at least $10 billion from Amazon, as well as use Amazon AI chips from its production uses, per information. Anyone else just like tired of all these open AI partnerships? And what I've come to find out is that these are just like a handshake partnership. There isn't actually any agreement that is actually signed between these companies. I think nvidia was the one that shared or disclosed that nothing formally has actually been signed and agreed upon between nvidia and OpenAI. So you're telling me that OpenAI is setting up all these $1 billion in partnerships. I think it's like 1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion. I'm sorry, $1.5 trillion in partnerships, and it is a company that makes less than $20 billion in revenue a year. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Again, I always question when things like this present themselves and they just look like catalyst-based events. It's just me. I like to be like my own devil's advocate in my head of like, okay, this is good news, but is it good news when every other Magnificent Seven stock is reporting the same thing? And this company doesn't even have the money to actually back it up. It just doesn't make sense. It just continues to just drive the market up for a short period of time, just for it to correct itself even harder. And it looks like as things come to find out, is that this discussions are very fluid. Like what? Like then why even release it? Just to spark up a pump in the market? Like that's the part that's so annoying about this market, is that they're trying to do anything and everything to keep it afloat when all the red flags are there. We have the weakening labor market. We have the rise in inflation. We'll learn a little bit more about that on Thursday. But like for what? What are you trying to pump the market? Like everyone feels the pressure of this economy. You don't need to pretend like these partnerships are coming to light when they aren't. At least nothing is actually agreed upon just yet. But again, the stock market is a leading indicator. We all know that. But that's why it tends to pay the price when markets correct. They correct quite aggressively, especially with tech companies that tend to over factor things in advance and then have to correct themselves because they never actually meet investors' expectation. It's just a really funny way of thinking about it. So positive catalyst for now. NASDAQ market is trading relatively pretty flat. And we'll see how markets continue to trade into the open tomorrow. As of right now, BTC is trading at lows of 87,000. So it's kind of testing previous support range. We'll look at this on the 5-minute time frame. I'm really excited to see if BTC can break this 87,000 support. It's not that I trade BTC, but if BTC continues to sell off, I'd be more than happy to short MicroStrategy, because we all know that when BTC begins to fall, MicroStrategy begins to crash even harder. So NASDAQ market, again, paying a lot of attention to which way it's going to be trading. If we see that it's a bullish day tomorrow and direction is clear, I intend to go long. If direction begins to retrace and begins to pull on back, making lower lows and lower highs, I'd love to go short. If market continues to consolidate tomorrow, most likely then at that point will be a very slow day for me. I'll watch my position size and, I'll entertain the idea of staying cash. So we'll talk a little bit more about this in tomorrow's live trading session. Again, regardless if it's a bullish or bearish day, you can catch me every morning right at market open with our LPP team. And that's that second link in the description down below. You don't want to miss out, especially if you're a complete beginner. Like I said before, you get access to the live trading session, the A to Z video lesson library, and the exclusive private group chat, all designed for complete beginners. And right now it's $300 off. This is a one-time payment. Someone got confused of, oh, is this a yearly subscription? No, one-time payment. We have people that signed up back in 2018. They paid once and they have lifetime access. They tune on in every single day. So again, second link down below. Hope to see you there. I appreciate your guys' time. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, but be very careful with these catalyst-based news that are being shared when there's not an actual agreement that is actually signed. And then on top of that, we have big economic reports being released this week with the CPI data report on Thursday and PCE report on Friday. Crucial reports to get a better understanding if our inflation rate is rising or if it's actually going down. And that should give us a better sense of direction for the market if markets will begin to drop further or actually begin to recover. I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.